Welcome to the Building an App Startup Podcast. I'm your host, David B., alongside our host, Logan Fritz.
Hello, everybody.
And guess who we have with us today? No, it's not SpongeBob.
It's not. Is it your mom?
No, I wish it was my mom.
Sometime we should bring her on here.
A really great lady.
Oh,
Wait,
who spoke?
Who was that?
Oh,
It is Maria, our programmer.
Oh, Maria.
hello.
Welcome.
Hey.
I'm gonna
Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness.
make some clap sound effect in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
People cheering in the background.
I don't mind cheering for myself.
Well,
You got to do that sometimes.
yeah,
you
that's
know.
why you let David just put it in. Post.
It's actually already done now.
Thank you.
Yes, post. But yes, welcome.
Hello.
I will say that the intro music was made by one of our Koalie music partners.
Yeah.
His name is Declan DP.
Super excited for him.
Yeah, cool
that's
song,
really
isn't
cool.
it? It was a cool song.
I really
Super upbeat.
do enjoy even just like every day, like listening to his stuff, just like in the car.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
It is good
I'm
stuff.
Psyched to have it on the app.
you can go listen to him on Spotify too. Declan DP.
Yep.
Is his name. Really cool, just upbeat stuff. And this is the type of music that's going to be in our app. So it's going to make these awesome highlight videos. So we're super excited that he's partnered with us.
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing pretty well. I worked today, obviously, like all of you did.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and my father-in-law came and visited me at work, and so I gave them a little tour.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah, it was nice. My
Give 'em a
father-in-law hadn't
tour.
seen our building yet. Obviously, my wife has seen it many times.
Yeah.
She's come,
Nice.
hung out, but it was a good time. Good time. How about you? What about you? Work today?
I worked today. Yeah. Worked from home. It was a nice day. Yeah. Got a lot done.
Oh, you worked from home.
Yeah. I did.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. Love it.
I
Love
don't
working.
really have the option to work from home because
Huh.
I work off of a server that's like linked to our Wi-Fi.
You guys need a VPN.
I know we should.
Obviously.
But Maria, I know you work from home fairly often.
I work from home at least once a week.
That's got to be nice.
It is nice. Or not necessarily my home. Usually like Blair's home or my home or even the coffee shop. I really
Different
just like to be able to code in my sweatpants, which I guess I could do at work, but I don't like to leave the house with sweatpants, so.
Yeah, it's not really socially acceptable.
I
It
guess
should
not.
be though.
I mean, it's just like I feel like ready to go whenever I'm in my dress pants,
Yeah.
If I'm in my sweatpants, which, not bashing people who like sweatpants.
So have you guys ever done a phone interview before for a job? So I did a phone interview once, and there was like this whole idea of like, if you're doing a phone interview, you should get in a full suit,
Definitely.
right?
Everybody knows that you go halvesies.
No, because they'll ask you to stand up.
No, this is the crazy thing. It wasn't a Skype interview, just phone. But it's crazy that you said that because I did just that. I put on the whole thing, and I was like, I don't want to wear like dress pants. I'm okay with wearing the jacket, so I just took my pants off. I did the whole phone interview in a suit jacket and a button-down shirt and my boxers.
And how did you do?
I killed it. I got the job.
Very nice.
So, I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter what you're wearing on your lower half, at least.
Yeah.
So, I would embrace those sweatpants. Yeah.
Thank you. In that one professional photo I have of myself, like in the green dress,
Yeah.
I'm literally wearing bunny slippers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ugh, they're my favorite. I still wear them all the time.
We should get some bunny slippers for the office here. Anyways,
Or koala bear slippers.
oh my gosh. If we could find those. If anybody's listening out there,
NoveltySlippers.com.
send us some of those. That'd
My
be great.
favorite last one is
Yeah.
Freudian slippers. They're good.
Like a Freudian slip. That's
Yeah.
great. I love it. We should get some of those.
Episode 3 is what we're on right now.
That's what we're talking about.
Our topic today of discussion is app and idea refinement. App and idea refinement. So, last episode, if you recall, we talked about where we started.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, how we came up with the idea. Today, we're going to talk about how we decided what features the app will have. What is maybe more of the true problem we're solving.
Yeah.
And how all those features come together and how do they really truly work together to make that problem solved.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot into it because you can't just come up with an idea and just say, all right, there it is. You have to actually make the features and the flow and concept everything.
So let's just recap real quick. Episode 2, if you didn't watch it, we talked about the idea behind the app, Koalie, the one that we're currently working on, all three of us.
Yep.
So if you don't know about the idea, go back, listen to episode 2. It's worth your time, I think. But let's just recap real quick. We're working on a mobile app, right? Currently it's for iOS, but eventually it'll be for Android as well. The app's name is Koalie. And David, what does it do?
It creates highlight videos of your life.
There you go. In a nutshell, that's exactly what it does. And we'll talk more about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you use it with other people. Everybody kind of joins the same event.
Mm-hmm.
And you shoot media, just like on Snapchat or Instagram.
Any type of event you go to, birthday party, concert, you just snap pictures and videos, and then it populates all the best content into a short highlight video.
So if you were having a birthday party, I know we just had your birthday recently, but next year, app's going to be on the App Store. We'll download it, create an event for your birthday, David B's Birthday Bash.
Yeah.
That's a really good name, actually, for an event. Nobody take that. We'll all shoot video, me and the other 20 people that are there, whatever, and you. Shoot photos, whatever, throughout the whole time. At the end of the night, boom, one click, there you go. It creates a highlight video. You can go and share that. So that's the idea. But again, go back, listen to episode 2. It's worth your time. We talk about some good stuff.
And we're here because we want to share what we've learned and what we're learning. Just kind of documenting every process we're going through, right, Maria?
For sure. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I feel like we should take 2 minutes just to introduce Maria more. Tell us about your background real quick and what you're into.
So I'm Maria Saavedra, and I'm a certified geek, I guess. I'm not certified. I lied. I'm also a liar, apparently.
If you could get certified in that, you would be, though.
Yeah. So I started coding, or I really started programming when I was about like 13. I would make like Fat Flash or Macromedia games, if anyone even knows what I'm talking about. Newgrounds.com. Anyways, did a lot of that. Moved out when I was pretty young, and when I was 16, I got my first web development gig, and I've been doing software engineering ever since. And so now it's been about 5-ish, 6-ish years.
And in that short a time, you became a master programmer.
I wish, but I love programming. I love diving deep into everything. So that's my role here as technical co-founder. So yeah, been really diving deep into Swift 4 and working on different paradigms to try to get this to be as scalable as possible, so everyone can enjoy their events and recap their life.
She's very humble about her beginnings.
Well done. I'm gonna add in post another clapping round here for you.
We should. And let me just first say, when David and I first talked to you, Maria, and met with you, we left that going, oh my gosh, she's number one, very smart and very accomplished already. Mm-hmm. How are we ever going to convince her to like work on something like this? And we're so glad, obviously, that she's part of our team, and she is a huge asset. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't be here where we are now without Maria and working on this app and getting ready to release it to everybody.
So glad you're here.
Likewise. And one side note, like as a software engineer, people always have ideas. Like people are always saying, I have the best idea, which, they may or may not, but it's not just about the idea. Like you said earlier, you guys totally impressed me. And all of the times and all of the pitches that I've had, you guys already had like a prototype, the design, your enthusiasm, the two of you together, you guys sold me on it immediately. And I felt really honored to work on the idea with you guys.
Well, there you go.
It's warming to the heart.
Good job, David.
So we talked about the problem. Now we're trying to refine this idea that we had. So if anybody out there is trying to build an app or even just another business, you got to refine things. You can't just come up with the idea and poof, it's there. I mean, it takes time, and that's what we talked about last episode, time and refinement. So when we're going through this idea in our minds that this app would make a highlight video, we had to come up with the different features.
Yep.
So how did we do that, Logan? If you recall, how did we come up with the specific features? Because, okay, great, it makes a highlight video. Now what?
So when it comes to the features that it had, I think we started from a basic understanding that number one, it would have to have certain features in order to function properly, right? In order to meet this end goal of creating a highlight video, we were going to have certain features in it in order to do that. But then along the way, we added other features to it just for, the ability to just have more to do in the app, I guess. Be able to have more fun with it. For example, like part of the app is having a menu where as soon as your highlight video is made, it immediately with one click allows you to share it to a bunch of different platforms, right? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can share it to the Discover page, which we'll talk about probably in a later episode.
That's one feature.
And that's another feature, right? The Discover page. That's not necessarily crucial to the function of the app, but it's a great feature. And then there's other features like the feed, the gallery feed, where you're going to be able to go to, navigate to, and see everybody that's in your event. You can see all their media that they've taken, right? So that's definitely also a feature, but it is also crucial to creating the highlight video. So I think we kind of started with what features do we have to have, and then after we worked those out, we moved on to, okay, what other features would be really fun for everybody to use?
And it all started with the highlight video. So what goes with the highlight video, right? A highlight video is multiple pieces of media, video and photo. Then it's then it's music, then it's a title, and that's really it. I mean, that's what Logan and I have worked on for a long time, right? So that's a highlight video. So what other aspects? That's the circle. That's the main circle. Now you branch off. What goes along with it? Well, the media. Probably what we're thinking is like, hey, people would love to see everybody's footage, right? In a feed-like atmosphere.
Yeah.
So that's a singular part that's connected to the main problem.
Yeah.
And so that was important for us, right? Because we know, I mean, Maria, you told us many times that whenever you're at different events, you're like, man, I wish I had that one photo that one person had taken. Now, of course, you can send it through text or email.
Sure, there's like a lot of different ways for you to like be able to share that.
Yeah.
There's even other apps out there that will allow you to kind of like share a large group of them at once, or like everybody kind of be contributing at once. They don't work very well, I can tell you that, because I've used them before.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's options out there.
Right.
But that was something we wanted to make, obviously, a key part of that.
Yeah.
Make it very, very easy.
And so if, for anyone listening, if you have the idea, maybe just put your main idea right in the middle, circle it, then branch 2 or 3 or 4 things around it and say, this is what's connected to my main idea. This would probably be some good features. And then I would leave it at that.
Sure.
Which goes into our next point. What problem really does it solve? You want to highlight the main one and barely tackle any other ones. Because if you get too complicated, there's so many apps. We were talking to a guy a couple months ago, and he made an app, right? And he said, and his problem was, hey, I got funding. That wasn't his problem, apparently. He got funding. He had a great team of people. He was a salesman, but he did too much in the app. You remember this? Can you speak to this?
Yeah, so we met with a programmer here in the Kansas City area who had worked on a mobile app out in Silicon Valley. And
Silicon Valley. He got funding. He got some funding here in Kansas City, and then he moved out to Silicon Valley, and he started working on it with his team. They got funding, just like you said. I mean, they weren't having a problem with money. They were having a problem with they didn't really have any internal team that could build the app, so that was one of their problems. But also, one of the big problems that you hit on was they had so many features that they just thought they had to have in the app before even releasing, or they just tried to crowd it. Even once it was released, they said it was very, very crowded with a lot of different features that like some people used every once in a while, but it wasn't like their main feature, and people got confused because they weren't really sure what the app did, right? Yeah. You were just talking about how take your main feature, circle it, right, and then branch out from there. They didn't really, like, people were unsure what was the main circle, what was the main aspect that the app was supposed to perform. I had one other point for features that our app will have that I wanted to add really quickly. This is something that you and I, David, have kept at the core of our belief on this app since the very beginning, and thankfully it's something that Maria also like really believes in, which is making this app really, really simple to use. Now, you wouldn't initially think that that's a feature, but it is a feature.
And it's a feature because it's incorporated into every other aspect of the app. How it makes the highlight video is very simple. How you get to your camera, how you get to the feed, the way you interact is very, very simple to use. And that's not something you can say about a lot of other apps, especially apps that will complete a very complicated function like what we are building. They're not very simple to use. And for that reason, I think it's a very, very good feature that thankfully we've had the confidence and gusto to keep at the forefront of our mind.
I like that word, gusto.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, that's a good word, guys.
That's a good point. I mean, simplicity, it's hard to do. You think it's easy, but if you're a graphic designer, if you're a marketer, if you're a brander, if you're a coder,
Yeah.
Maria, we're thankful that Maria actually knows what design means. I mean, if you take a look at her Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
she has a better Instagram than myself.
Maria, share your Instagram handle because I love your handle.
It's _Maria.jpg.
Isn't that great?
So that's just so clever. So she's a programmer. She's a freaking programmer,
Yeah.
but she's so creative as well. It's like this hybrid.
It is.
It's what corporate people like to call synergy.
And side note, that
Or
was actually...
unicorns.
Or
There you
That's
go.
a real term.
I was going to say, side note, that's also one of the reasons we were very drawn to the working with her.
100%.
Was
a hundo.
She can mix
I like that.
the analytical side of coding with the creative side of creativity. I mean, I don't know. Which is a rare mix, I think.
Really, most people would never agree with me when I say this, unless they're a programmer. But I think that programming and coding and creating beautiful code is an art.
Sure.
And I think that there is something to be said about simplicity and sophistication. Most people wouldn't really usually put those two things together, but I think that they are completely the same.
Yeah.
To be able to execute something complex and simply is sophistication. Being able to explain whether it's like a complex like algorithm or mathematical equation, like if you're Einstein, or like policy or whatever, or being able to code something that someone else can read simply or use simply, that is truly honing something to its fullest extent. And I think that's beautiful.
I don't think I could have said that better.
That's a great sentence.
So we're moving on from
Thank you.
that. Another hand clap.
Yeah, there you
3
go.
hand claps.
Wow. All for Maria, if you notice. We don't get any.
Hey, it's David Andrews. Thank you so much for checking out our YouTube channel. Hey, if you want to subscribe, that would be great. We're going to be releasing all sorts of content and documentation on how we do what we do here at the Koalie office. We're in downtown Kansas City. Great place to be. Our podcast is on Apple Podcasts. You can go search it by searching Building an App Startup Podcast, or David Andrews, or Logan Fritz. And as well, if you want to sign up to become a beta tester of the app, if you want to try the app, be the very first person to test the app and to give us feedback, you can go do so at our website, koalieapp.com, or click one of these hyperlinks here in this video, and we'll get you signed up. Thanks so much. Have a great day.